question 18. The diagram shows a rectangular garden path. Wazim is going to cover the path with paving stones. Each paving stone is a square of side 30 centimetres. Each paving stone costs £2.50. Wazim has £220 to spend on paving stones. Show that he has enough money to buy all the paving stones he needs. There's a few ways of doing this, but one of the methods I would advise when you have a diagram is to use the diagram to make the question seem a bit simpler. So each paving stone is a square of side 30 centimetres, and I'm just going to draw them on here because I've noticed that 30 is going to go into 120 4 times. So 1, 2, and obviously this is just a sketch, but what I have here is realised that 120 divided by 30 means I'm going to have 4 rows of paving stones. This first sum will pick me up my first mark. My next step is to work out how many paving slabs are going to be in each one of these 4 rows. Because if I can work that out, these are meant to be paving slabs by the way, if I can work that out, then I will know how many paving slabs I have in total. So I need to find out how many times 30 centimetres will go into 600 centimetres. So I need to do my sum, 600 divided by 30. Now I'm not too sure what 600 divided by 30 is, but I know I can divide both numbers here by 10 and end with 60 divided by 3, which will give me the same answer. So there'll be 20 stones in a row. So along here on this first row I will end up with 20 stones, and I'm going to have 4 rows of that. So I'm going to have 4 rows of 20 stones each. So in total I'm going to need 80 stones, and this is my second mark. So now I need to work out how much these stones are going to cost me. So I need to do 80 times £2.50. Now I could use traditional long multiplication and work it out and I'd get the correct answer, or I could look at it and think, oh, I can do this a bit quicker, because this will be the same as 80 times £2, which is £160, and 80 times 50p, which is £40. Add those two together and 80 times 250 is £200. Now this method for getting to the total cost of the stones is worth the 3rd mark. Notice I said the method is worth the mark, not the answer of £200. So if I had done 80 times 2 and for some reason had got that wrong, I could still pick up the 3rd mark, because I've shown the examiner I know what to do even if I hadn't done it correctly. And the 4th mark is for answering the question. So Wazim will spend £200 and have £20 left. And it is important you take that moment just to state the obvious, so that you've shown that you can see that he can afford it, just as the question said he could. And I have my 4th mark.